the Big 12, the Oklahoma Sooners taking on the winners of 6 straight, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Texas A&M about to boot it away to start this game. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Bringing the heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. They got him down quickly after the pick, but he'd already made the biggest play, and they've got it at the 38.
Well, we knew coming into this one, this was an offense that wanted to come out, sling it around, but the timing is going to have to be a whole lot better. This defense has athletes who can close on the ball and make plays, and you saw it right there in that interception to open this game.
Great place to start for this offense. Making side adjustments here. Wants to go up top on first down. Gets rid of it. Got his man. No one there to stop him, except the fella in the striped shirt through the penalty flag. This one might be coming back. Those linemen can get a little aggressive sometimes in pass pro, and it'll cost him. Touchdown off the board, and they'll back up 5. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there.
Ready, break, belly stutter. Squirrel. Moves. Arrow.
Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. Beautifully thrown ball. Nice grab. Good footwork. Everything you want on the completion.
I love that play call. And quarterbacks are always licking their chops after their defense gets a takeaway because they know now, hey, I got a sudden change situation. I've got a chance to take a shot and pad my stats.
Wants to fire on second down. Complete to the left. Chopped out of bounds. He'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work.
You know, football really is a game similar to chess, and there's this cat-and-mouse game going on between the offensive and defensive coordinators right now. It'll be interesting to see later in the game if the offensive coordinator shows the defense the exact same pre-snap look. The defense will be thinking they're going to the corner route, but then this time the receiver will break to the middle of the field, might catch the defense completely off guard.
Quarterback making adjustments. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. He'll step out of bounds at about the 11. Guys, let's take a second here and think about Texas A&M. When you break into the top 5 halfway through the season, you've been flying under the radar, and that is no longer an option. You want to see if this team can stay focused with all the attention they're getting.
And that's what's pretty cool about their season. Like, they're starting to get respect. They've started to earn that. I think we just got to realize, Palmer, halfway through the season.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Aggie.
This offense is so good. and they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And it was punctuated by an 11-yard run for the score. And he's going to bring this one out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Gets it to him on the screen. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Looking for a man, it's Ivory. Intercepted, a first-half turnover can swing momentum. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. On the move. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
He'll go out of bounds right at the 23-yard line.
Now, a 4th down.
On 4th and 9, the offense will stay on the field. Finds him out of the backfield. Oh, he's got some space. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
Nah, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now to make you kick field goals. I like this offense being aggressive. Forget the 3s. We need 6s.
Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2.
Yeah, he does a really good job being decisive, getting downhill, being a great runner. And guess what? You know how easy offense is when you get me at 2nd and short, 2nd and medium. Everything in the playbook is open to you.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. 25-yard line. The Sooner offense returns to the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting box, and they need to get something together with this possession. It's complete on the right side. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw, and pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
After that last completion, it's second down. And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. They'll line up for a second down play. Trying to beat him to the left. Rumbles ahead for a pickup of 5 to the 29.
We know this running back's a playmaker, and he's a guy they want to get going early and often in this game.
Also, you can wear out those big defensive linemen by making them chase.
Yeah, I like the idea of going outside. You want to mix and match between the tackles to the outside. Get these big fellas running east-west.
To the air, it's Ivory. Under fire. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
Well, this guy's had all of college football talking after coming away with 3 sacks in his first game, and he already notches his first sack in this one. What a terror he has been on offenses early this season.
Kick is in the air. Let's see what he can do with it. Touchdown, Aggies! Special teams proving to be special. They've extended the lead and taken control here in week 9. He did that one all by himself. Make a few guys miss, turn on the afterburners, and boom, everybody's toast.
And that's why you got him back deep, because that guy can do that. You got to be explosive and quick and have good vision, and you see all those things on one punt return. Takes it back to the house, makes people miss, turning on the gas. Great job, great return.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the American. Georgia Tech has the lead right now, but if this team has taught us anything over the years, it's that no lead is safe inside Bobby Dodd Stadium. They're up by 7 over New Mexico State. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The give to the back. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
I think the offensive coordinators over there going, thank goodness we don't play them every week. This defense has been suffocating. This offense got to find something moving forward that they can hang their hat on, some kind of identity. Today they were shut down, but listen, there's a game next week.
Sent it downfield. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him, just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Back to pass, it's Ivory. Unloads to the wideout. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Got room on the return. Touchdown, Aggie! The defense takes matters into its own hands.
Awesome job by the linebacker there in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes, spying the QB, knowing where that ball was going to get thrown, and then the ball skills just to pluck it out of the air and take it back for a touchdown. Awesome work.
And the extra point makes it 28-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Not going to take the touchback. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. the drive, wants to throw. Fires to the tight end. Breaks into the open.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
They'll snap it from the 25 here on first down. The give to the single back. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
We reached the break, and Texas A&M leads it. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Now, the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Looking downfield, it's Ivory. Get it out on the screen. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of it.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling pass and then kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Second down, they'll go to the air. They're working that left side. Shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the plus 42.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it first down at the 42. So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football. Turning it on! He's at the 20. Touchdown, Aggie! Once he got some room, it was over.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And they tack on the extra point for a 35-0 lead. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You get a...
And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. They'll out of bounds at the 11-yard line.
And he makes makes another momentum-building play. His second interception in the first half. He can feel where the football's going. Got a good beat on this offense and making plays early and often for his club.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Running to the left. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
How in the world did he miss that? That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. Looks like he's going to bring it out. It's great to think you're going to score every time you return it, but man, what a bad decision. He's down at the 6. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a non-profit, man, like a charity, giving the football away too much. Got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you got no shot to win this football game.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're sloppy, you put the football on the ground or you throw picks, you're going to find yourself behind on the scoreboard.
They couldn't connect on second down, now staring at a 3rd and 9. Looking for a man. It's Ivory. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And they almost had another one. Rare is the occasion when you're happy to see 4th down, but it's better than throwing another pick. The Sooners decide to punt it away. The last time they punted it went back for 6. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. And the returner goes down. The Texas A&M offense goes back to work. It's hard enough to stop these guys, let alone when they get field position like this. They scored last time, and this time, they'll crank it up from inside. There he goes! And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies! When that receiver got free, it was all over.
It's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. James Madison is getting hammered right now. They are the nail, and that figurative mallet is just pounding them into the ground. What a bad look. They're trailing by 14 to Virginia Tech. Just another week of football in the Sun Belt, guys, where we've come to expect the unexpected.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. From the gun, the give, looking for room. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Back to pass, it's Ivory. Throws to the wideout. And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
What a play by this defense. You got the offense backed up. You stay aggressive. break on the football, make a big play, and your offense is jacked up inside the 5-yard line with a chance to punch this in and get some points on the board.
And the offense is out on the field with a 1st and goal. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. Texas A&M going quickly.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggie!
Love the quick decision-making by the quarterback. It's not just who's the open guy and who am I throwing it to. It's also having that clock, David, in your head that says, if no one's open and I'm down near the red zone, I'm taking off now and I'm using my athleticism and I'm getting a score.
Yeah, you love the decision-making. I hate the defense. Why are we dropping back so far in the end zone? We got to keep eyes on this QB. We know he can take off. We know he can make plays. The field shrinks, man. You got to expect that's coming. Not very good defense.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last...
Going for it all. And that'll be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter on 1st down, but 2nd down's coming up.
It just looks to me like the offense is starting to get a little bit impatient, right, guys? They haven't scored in this game yet, and all of a sudden now they're taking shots down the field, and they're trying to make it happen. But the defense, they have been lights out. They force another incompletion.
Running back searching for a hole. And this one will be stopped for no gain. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. Looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man on the right. Coming through that 3rd down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. And the Sooners have it with a 1st and 10. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Oklahoma.
Now on 1st down from the 43-yard line.
Football 7. Here we go, here we go.
Leaves it with the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
They flexed out that tight end a little bit, and you know the tight end's always open.
Always open, quarterback's best friend. And this guy's a problem, Reese. He's a matchup problem because he's too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. He's showing you his athleticism better.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Tosses it incomplete. The Sooners will go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Trying to take it back. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
A really nice job by the linebacker there, understanding his linebacker's responsibility is in that coverage. That's a cover 2 look. So there's 2 safeties playing deep, but the linebacker knows there's nobody underneath him keeping him close to the line of scrimmage, so he can kind of float back a little bit, watch the QB's eyes, jump the throw, and make the pick.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. On the run, it's Durham. Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks for the first down.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Just inside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 19. Might as well give it to him again. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Got out of trouble and throws. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Aggie.
Love the play design on offense because you get your playmaker, the guy you want with the ball in his hands. You get him open, easy throw for the quarterback. Receiver does the rest, put 6 up on the board.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point was good. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. And he's going to bring this one out. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Looking downfield on 1st down. Got a man, it's Mayer.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that quarterback be going the other direction.
The Sooners come to the line in the hurry-up. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Grab near the marker. It's Mayer. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. This 1st half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. And the Sooners with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. It's 3rd and long. Let's see if he's got enough juice in that arm. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Sooners will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Ashmore. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. Wants to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Ashmore. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Now on 2nd down. Pulls and fires complete to the right. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the 1st down.
A lot of smiles right now in this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
He's got it again. And they swarm him under.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Wants to throw on 3rd down. Caught close to the marker. It's Ashmore. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the 3rd quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
Driving its way all the way down to the 3-yard line.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the 3rd downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Texas A&M.
Reese, that's 3 for the young fella. I mean, this dude's smelling the end zone. Anytime he gets near it, you know he's going to lower his shoulder, do whatever it takes to get in the end zone. The hat trick, the 3rd touchdown.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Week to week, it's so tough to figure the Mountain West, which is why this one is notable. USF is ahead of this one, but unlike the days of Jim Leavitt, this has not been a blowout today in Tampa. They're up by a field goal over New Mexico. We've got our finger on the pulse of everything in the Mountain West and all around college football. Guys?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. Looking to throw on first down. Tight end finds a soft spot. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Off play action on first down. Throws for the tight end. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
To the air on second down. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Man, you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, that slithered right through his fingers and would have been his second interception of the game. Instead, it's fourth down. The Sooners will bring the punt team onto the field. He'll take it on the return. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. The Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. They'll run the RPO and throw it right.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, and let him go get yards.
And the Aggies in a good spot here with second and short. The inside handoff. He's in open space downfield. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
It's a 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. Looks as if he's going to run it. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
Ran the ball on first down. Let's see what they do on second. Looking to fire. Puts it out of the air. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
The Aggies come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They'll run for it on 3rd and short. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Well, the running back did a nice job there, keeping his feet moving. He was able to drag some defenders with him to get that first down.
This Texas A&M offense is wasting no time. They'll move the tight end. To the air on first down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Durham. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
You know, as a quarterback, you believe in your matchup. And my running back, if I can get him the ball in space, he's going to win a lot of times. He did in that time. The defense was ready. Nice job in the open field making the nice tackle.
And the Aggies have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Now adjusting. He's going to run it. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
That's a really nice play on 2nd down. I love the quarterback's read. I love that he kept it. Good offensive coordinators across college football, they have no problem repeating the same play over and over again if it's successful.
The Aggies are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Might be changing the route. Looking to throw on 3rd. Starting to feel a little pressure. The defense sort of hurts this quarterback out of bounds short of the line of scrimmage for a loss.
Yards on the play. 4th down coming up.
Texas A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th.
Okay, ready?
No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains.
Easy. Ready?
On 4th down, going to the air. Finds his man. It's Ashmore. He will not get there. They'll turn it over on downs, and that leaves the door open.
This is so a Jesse Palmer move. Exactly what he would do. Continue to put the foot on the accelerator, try to rub it in. Can't win by enough. Got to look good in the polls. This is your kind of offense, Palmer.
So here comes the Oklahoma offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Grabbed in the middle, it's Mayer. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Gonna swing it on 2nd down. He's gonna let it go. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Got to give this defense credit, guys, because all game long they have forced their opponent to be one-dimensional. They haven't allowed anything to happen in the passing game. As a result, we're here in the 4th quarter. They barely allowed over 100 yards passing.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's batted away, and the fourth down play doesn't convert. They'll give up the football.
I think that play right there has been a big theme in this game. When it matters the most, on big-time down and distances, this defense has been able to step up and make the play when they need it most. That fourth down, great job in the back end in coverage, forcing the incompletion with a big lead now, creating a turnover on downs.
They're trying to send a message with this running game. He stopped after a pickup of 4 to the 33.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position.
Breaks into the open. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
The outstanding game has taken care of the football. Now, late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
Nice job by this defense getting to the QB and getting him on the ground, creating the negative play. This offense must have seen something because they're...
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Quarterback now has to make sure his guys are dialed in. You can't make any more mistakes. Giving up a negative play on second down by the goal line, you've got to be really smart with this football.
Now on 3rd and goal, and that earlier sack left them with more ground to cover. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack.
And I don't know if he made the right decision there or not. You could tell he could have given the football to the running back, but he chose to keep it. And it just got strung out down the right side and nowhere to go. I'll tell you what, better defense than bad decision-making by that quarterback.
That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time. It put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really...
Going deep. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
You see an incompletion there. I think a big reason why this team is in such a hole right now in the fourth quarter is they have just not been able to find the explosive plays throwing the ball. And you got to wonder at this point, is it too little too late?
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. He'll work his way up to the 24-yard line before being shoved out of bounds.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Sooners come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the first down and get the sticks moving.
The give to the left. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. The Sooners will hustle to the line.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The Sooners come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Fires to the big fella. Turning it on. He flips his field in an instant, and he's got him set up at the 20. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Sooners have this offense rolling. Here's the give off the left side. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. Running behind that left side. Only a couple there, and now staring at 3rd and 8. Trying to pick up a first down. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. It'll be 3rd and long. Trying play action. Unloads to the wideout. And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will.
Yeah, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note, a little bit.
Makes the catch in the end zone. The 2-point conversion is good, so I guess at least they've got that going for them. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. They'll snap it from the 10 for the first play of this drive. Wants to go up top on first down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Back to pass. It's incomplete, trying a little razzle-dazzle there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it fly. Finds the man on the left. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Man, I love on 3rd down when I know I have a running back that can beat guys. Whether you want to cover me with a linebacker or a safety, I can run an angle route, and I can have success because my quarterback knows exactly when he's going to break, and that defense is not going to beat my running back.
Pocket breaking down. He'll get it up to the 39 before he's run out of bounds, and this offense just patiently, methodically trying to do work. And the Aggies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Rushes on him. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, here we are late in the game, and this secondary, they are still covering. They forced the QB to hold on to it, and then he bailed out, trying to buy himself more time. And because he couldn't get rid of the football so quickly early, that allowed the pass rush to get to him.
Texas A&M will have to boot it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Boots his first of the day away. He was called on 4 times in the victory last week. No chance for any kind of return there. They were all over him as soon as he caught the football.
First and 10.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. He's looking to throw. He wants a big play here late. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Getting aggressive here and going for 2.
22 water.
He's looking to throw. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Inside the 50. Past the 30. He's at the 10. He just sets sail for the end zone after the pick and turns it into a 2-point return. So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive. Fielded in the end zone, it's Ashmore. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Looking downfield on first down. Hauls it in. Still running at the 40. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line.
I tell you, I love the mentality by this offense right now. They've got a pretty big lead. They're still being aggressive, taking shots, and they're finding the matchups they like. And, man, they're taking advantage right now.
Just nosing into enemy territory at the 49. It's first and 10. Quarterback may change this route. Soft spot in the middle. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
Well, the play fake on the RPO bought the receiver some time to work himself open on the route. That was a man-to-man coverage on the defense. Nice job by the receiver putting his foot in the ground and separating.
Intercepted for the 11th time. He'll try to take it back. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
Reese, I know you're a little bit of a front runner, so you probably would quit. You'd probably sub yourself out and take yourself out of the game. But I like that they're continuing to fight. Keep fighting. You never know what's going to happen. Actually, you know what? I know you're not going to win, but it doesn't matter. Keep fighting to the very end.
They'll start this drive with a pass. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. After the big first down sack, it's second down. Wants to go up top. Under fire. They get to him as he throws.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the bush before you see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and go into the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
And this is always the time in the game where coaches are absolutely watching. Like, which one of my guys mail it in and quit? And if you're the quarterback, man, you've been sacked a few times, you've turned the football over. Like, continue to play, find some ways to maybe get a few first downs and make something positive happen.
Here we go, here we go. Satellite. Satellite.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And the ball falls to the ground, incomplete. The game is over, and that's just sort of how this one is gone.